showtime!
What up everyone, I'm HAVOC and...
Run! It's Godzilla!
So last week I got together with some old work buddies and we went to see the brand spanking new Godzilla Minus One. And goddamn, this movie was a treat, and a breath of fresh air from the more recent Godzilla films, which I really do enjoy. But this one takes the kaiju-sized cake when it comes to straight up monster flicks. Being made by Toho, the studio that created Godzilla in the first place, these guys knew what they were doing. They took it back to post-war Japan directly after the infamous Hiroshima bombings, so it could be argued that this film was a remake or reimagining of the original. Hence, Minus One. Unlike the legendary Godzilla, who they make out as a protector of humanity of sorts, this one turns the big G into a straight-up menace. Not only does he look straight up terrifying and badass, but mass destruction is the name of the game for this giant lizard. And he does it so well, especially when you consider that this Goji's atomic breath, or heat ray as they call it in this film, is a literal nuke. Godzilla literally went, Oppenheimer, hold my beer. And also unlike the legendary Godzilla films, the human plot in this film is so well done, incredibly even. You actually care about the people in this, particularly Shikishima, Noriko, and Akiko, who have a very strained family dynamic. But even the supporting characters like Shikishima's crewmates on the minesweeping rig, you come to care about because they really show their camaraderie as the movie goes on. And when Godzilla comes around and wrecks shit, you really feel the terror, because like I said, this Godzilla is a straight up goddamn monster. There's a part where he uses his atomic breath, and the sheer amount of rage and fear one of the characters shows, you can't help but feel for the guy. Not to mention the addition of black rain, which could be blood or ash mixed with water. I'm leaning towards blood because that'd be metal as hell.
It's the most brutal thing ever!
And while not going into spoilers, the ending of the movie does offer some questions, and even leaves it open for a potential sequel, which has sparked some conversation with me and my old work buddies, as well as the audience in general. That being said though, that's not to say I didn't have a small contingent of problems with this movie. One such nitpick being a literal case of
How the fuck did he not die?
I get that it's a movie, suspension of disbelief, but how the fuck did they not die? And the other part is Godzilla's motions sometimes, particularly when he's walking, seemed kind of stiff and janky, robotic, which is especially off-putting considering how in motion he looks in other scenes, like when he's swimming or taking a chomp out of a train. That being said, the movie was reportedly on a very small budget, $15 million. Maybe less according to the director. So I get it, the CGI artists probably had to take a few steps back to conserve said budget. This movie looks goddamn phenomenal compared to other CGI fests we've seen in recent years. Looking at you, Marvel. But anyway, Godzilla Minus One, with only a few small nitpicks and problems, on my end if we're being honest. But this is a monster among monster flicks. It perfectly balances human tensions and drama with the terror of not only a giant monster, but nuclear fallout, and offers a truly awesome film that will be remembered for years to come as a reimagining of the iconic Godzilla. And that is why I am giving Godzilla Minus One a gallant rating of 8 out of 10. This was truly a very welcome return for the big beastie. I'll be honest, I kinda missed the days when Godzilla was a monster that was just there for the sake of destroying shit. Which, by the way, if you want to see Godzilla go straight up horror movie, I highly recommend Shin Godzilla from back in 2016. that Godzilla is straight up terrifying. But anyway, folks, that's about all I have to say about this. Stay tuned, as this is the second last review of 2023. The last will be a holiday special of sorts, a review on my favorite Christmas movie, Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Then we close out the year with a little rambling from me. So in the meantime, folks, I'm Gallon Havoc. Wreak some Goji level havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.